So yesterday afternoon, we saw the first trade of the 2021 NBA offseason as the New Orleans Pelicans traded away two of their big acquisitions from last offseason, Steven Adams and Eric Bledsoe, as well as multiple draft picks in order to acquire Grizzlies big man Jonas Valanciunas. I saw a lot of mixed reactions to this trade by people on both sides on social media, but today I want to talk about why this was such a big deal and also big for the Pelicans as well as Zion Williamson, as Valanciunas will bring the Pelicans something they desperately need, especially in today's NBA. What's up guys, SCJ here, and if you enjoyed today's video, then make sure to give it a like as it helps out a lot, and if you're new to the channel and or enjoyed the NBA, then make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell. So like I mentioned in the intro, yesterday we witnessed the first trade of the 2021 NBA offseason, and honestly, this is one that I feel like is a pretty big one in my eyes, as the Pelicans were able to get rid of Eric Bledsoe, who didn't play too well for them this past season and was under expectations, as well as the fact that he had a pretty bad player efficiency rating of 11.5. And Steven Adams, who, while is a decent big man, his inability to stretch the floor and the fact that he clogged up the paint offensively didn't help out the spacing for Zion. Now though, the Pelicans acquiring Jonas Valanciunas in return for Adams and Bledsoe, and to replace Adams is huge, as Valanciunas averaged nearly 10 points per game more than Adams did. He can also stretch the floor, and the Pelicans also ridded themselves of Eric Bledsoe like mentioned. Not only did they do all of those things, but as Woj pointed out yesterday, the Pelicans were also able to clear up cap space with this trade, which will allow them to re-sign Lonzo Ball or use that cap space to acquire a big player in free agency or a trade. And I think with how great Brandon Ingram and especially Zion played this past season, that could be a huge thing for the Pelicans' future going forward. Anyway though, going back to a player that the Pelicans currently do have, rather than a potential offseason move, if we look at just how efficient Valanciunas was this past season, not only did he shoot nearly 60% from the field, coming in with a field goal percentage of 59.2% in 61 games played, but Valanciunas also ranked 14th in the league among all players in player efficiency rating on the season, which shows that he is truly not only just one of the best and most efficient big men in the NBA, but also one of the most efficient players overall as well. Looking at other advanced statistics, if we look at win shares, which is a stat that attempts to divvy up credit for the success to an individual on the team, Valanciunas ranked 16th in the entire NBA for the most win shares. Not only that, but if we do win shares per 48 minutes so that every player is on the same playing field, Valanciunas really shows his value as well as his efficiency, as he is a top 10 player in that regard, coming in with the 8th most win shares per 48 minutes in the entire NBA. In terms of the final important advanced stat, if we look at Valanciunas' ranking in the true shooting percentage category, he was top 20 in the league last season, coming in at the 19th best true shooting percentage in the whole league. So Valanciunas' efficiency will be huge for this Pelicans team next year, to say the least, after the only consistently efficient players for the Pelicans this past season were their young duo of Zion Williamson and Brandon Ingram. Moving on from the advanced stats though, in terms of the traditional numbers, Valanciunas averaged 17.1 points and 12.5 rebounds per game, which will be very nice for the Pelicans going forward, especially when they had a stretch at the end of this past season where they were undefeated when 3 or more players scored 20 points or more in a game. So having another scoring option to potentially drop 20 points along with Zion, Ingram, and potentially even Lonzo Ball should only boost their win total from last season. Beyond Valanciunas though, Zion and Ingram were extremely efficient last season, like mentioned before. In terms of Zion, if you followed him closely or just the NBA in general closely during the 2020-21 season, then you may remember he tied legend Shaquille O'Neal for the most consecutive games with 20 points or more on 50% shooting from the field. So he clearly had a historic season at just 20 years old, especially when you consider the fact that Shaq did that in 2001 when he was nearly 30 years old, compared to Zion doing it before he's even a legal adult. If we look at Zion's player efficiency rating the same way we looked at Valanciunas's, Zion had the 4th highest efficiency rating in the entire NBA. You can also see how efficient Williamson was when you look at the fact that he ranked 11th in win share rankings on the season and 13th in win shares per 48 minutes at just 20 years old. Zion also ranked 13th in true shooting percentage, but what's even more incredible is he ranked 8th in most points per game, while also shooting the best field goal percentage of any player in the top 100 points per game averaged on the season. So you can bet there's a very good chance this team will be extremely efficient next season. In terms of the other Pelicans players, Ingram ranked 31st in the league in terms of player efficiency rating, so not bad whatsoever, and he also shot a true shooting percentage of 58.4% as he tied his points per game total from the 2019-20 NBA season. In terms of Lonzo Ball, who may return to the team next season, he also played well as he played the most efficient basketball of his entire NBA career with a solid efficiency rating of 15.2 and a true shooting percentage of 55%. In terms of his traditional numbers, he also shot the best percentages of his 4-year NBA career in both field goal as well as three-point percentage. So there is an extremely good chance that the Pelicans could be one of the most efficient teams in the league next season. Last season, in terms of offensive efficiency, the Pelicans ranked 13th, and then they ranked 23rd in terms of defensive efficiency. So not only could they see a boost to those numbers next season after trading away Adams and Bledsoe, who weren't really anything special in terms of offensive efficiency, but hopefully Valanciunas can help improve the team's defensive woes in that area. In terms of everyone else, though, we know that Zion will only get better as he matures, which is crazy to think about with the fact that he averaged 27 points per game last season in one of the most efficient seasons in NBA history. I don't know if we'll see him be able to top that next season, but man, if he does, then the rest of the league will for sure be in trouble not only next season, but once this guy finally hits his prime. One other thing I want to mention is that this Pelicans roster may end up looking very nice for next season with the players that we know will be there as of right now. And one thing, as well as one player I want to mention, is this. Their rebounding will be something that I think everyone needs to watch out for, as they ranked second in the league behind Milwaukee in rebounds per game, being just 0.2 rebounds behind them. So adding Valanciunas, who averaged 3.6 more rebounds per game than Steven Adams, and also having Josh Hart, who is one of the best rebounding guards in the league and will most likely be the team's sixth man next season, may cause them to end up leading the league in rebounds. So if you're rooting for this Pelicans team or their players, this young team can very well surprise people next season if they click together and earn themselves a playoff spot come next year. So anyway, guys, those are some of the reasons that I think this trade yesterday was a pretty big one. But I want to know what you guys thought about this trade, how this Pelicans team will play next season, or anything about the Pelicans or their players down below in the comment section. Anyway though, guys, like mentioned before, if you like this video, then make sure to give it a like as it helps out a lot. And if you're new to the channel and or enjoy the NBA, then make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell. That way you stay up to date with my newest content. Anyway though, guys, I'm SCJ and I am out. Peace.